All right, let's continue in stage 21. And having talked about participles a little bit, let's look at the sentences on pages 2, 3, and 4 and see if we can find some. So I'll read through some of this and give a few translation helps. I want you to translate the sentences for me and turn those in. So, unas, in oppido aquis solis laborabant multi fabri, qui thermas maximas extruebant. Architectus Romanus fabros inspiciebant. So, in oppido aquis solis, in the town aquis solis, laborabant multi fabri. And again, good use of the imperfect here, right? The fabri, they work and they began working, they continue to work. They haven't stopped. Qui thermas maximas extruebant, right? The multi fabri, who, and again, it's an imperfect because they continue in it. And we could say were, but here the present might work better here. Who are. Extruo, that means something, it means to pile up, but here the idea is build. So in the town of Aquasolis, many fabri laborabant who were building or are building a thermas maximas. Architectus Romanus, he inspiciebat the fabro. So you can see this is was inspecting. Again, good use of the imperfect. He has begun doing this. He continues to watch them. And in fact, we'll see that as we look through the story. So duo, faber primus statuam Dei sulis faciebat. Architectus fabram laudavit, quod peritus erat, et diligenter laborabat. Faber, ab architecto laudatus, laetissimus erat. So the faber primus, the first craftsman, faciebat, again, imperfect, was making, but we could get away with the present here, was making a statuum, and here's a good genitive, of Dei Sulis, the goddess Sulla. Architectus, fabram laudavit, here's the perfect, he did it and he's done doing it. Quod, because erat, the fabrum was peritus, skillful, right? Because he was skillful, and laborabat diligenter, worked diligently maybe. Faber, now here's a good passive participle, perfect passive participle. The craftsman, having been praised, ab architecto laetissimus erat. So again, we can do this a number of different ways. You have to decide the way that sounds best. We could say the craftsman, having been praised by the architect or by the builder, was very happy, or the craftsman, because he was praised by the architect. So either one, whatever sounds better to you. Trace. Faber secundus murum circum fontem ponebat. Architectus fabrum incitavit, quod fessus erat, et lente laborabat. Faber ab architecto incitatus rem graviter ferebat. Nihil tamen dixit quod architectum timebat. So the Faber secundus, he is ponebat. He is placing, or a murum, which is a wall, circum fontem, around the spring, around the fountain. So you could put putting a wall, maybe even building might work here. I like putting. Again, good use of the imperfect here. Architectus, he incitavit the fabrum. Incitavit, I'm going to make you look up that word. It's a kind of a tricky word in Latin, and I want to see how you handle that. But so the architectus, he did this to the builder because fessus erat. The craftsman was fessus. He was lazy or tired, and he worked lente, slowly. The craftsman, ab architecto incitatus, here's another good perfect passive participle for this verb up here, rem graviter ferebat. He, fero means to carry. Graviter is, this means, right, gravis is heavy, so graviter is an adverb, heavily, but so we could say he, literally it says something like he bore the thing heavily, but this is a good time to maybe use the inceptive imperfect. So we might translate a bit freely and say something like he began to take things more seriously, or he took the thing more seriously. Nihil tamen, nevertheless, he said nothing, quod, because architectum timebat. Quatuor, faber tertius aquam ad balneum e fonte sacro portabat, architectus fabrum vituperavit, quod ignavus erat et minime laborabat. Faber, ab architecto vituperatus insolenter respondet. So now we have the faber tertius. He is portabat, again, good imperfect, aquam, to the balneum, e fonte, from the spring or the fountain. This balneum is like a bath, like a bathtub. So the architect, he vituperavit, he chewed out the craftsman or the worker, maybe, because ignavus erat. Et minime laborabat, he was working. Minime, of course, obviously means minimal or the least, but maybe we could again say working as little as he had to. The craftsman or the worker, having been chewed out by the architect, he responded insolenter. And as we see on the next page, on page 4, this is going to get him into a little bit of trouble. So, this part you don't need to do. But why don't you work through, do the translation for me, translate those 6 sections, and submit those to me.